Hello, welcome to the Black Salt Mirror. I have gotten a request to do a channeled message to you from the Virgin Mary, not in her virgin form, from the lady herself. I do a lot of different channeled messages on this channel. I do any God that comes to ask. So if you are a Christian, this is not a strictly Christian channel, but we welcome everyone here. If you have Christian trauma, you don't have to watch this one, but if you are Christian or if you work with Mary, or if you're just curious, you're welcome to hang around. So she came to me this morning when I woke up first thing, and she appeared to me. Most deities tend to appear on my right side, but more back here. She was very, very gentle, but very close. And she was, as I've frequently seen her depicted in art, with her head down and the cloth and her arms folded, and in a very particular, like, pale, dusty shade of blue. And she, as I said, didn't come as the Virgin. She looked like a middle-aged mother with wrinkles who has adult children. And the first thing I do when I get up is I take the dog out for a walk, and she stayed with me throughout the walk and started to give me her message already. She did request that I light a candle for this reading, so I brought a stand out here since I don't really have anywhere good to put a candle. So unfortunately, you're not going to be able to see it, but it will be here the whole time. I guess I could. There's the candle. It's a very small, steady flame. And as I said that, it flickered 3 times. This little puff of smoke. Usually, if I light a candle for somebody, they will interact with the flame to communicate with me. And so when I was on the walk, I felt this extreme overwhelm of emotion in my heart space. And I started to cry actually on the walk. And I didn't think it was sadness. The candle looks like it's crying. You can see the wax here on the side? Dripping down. She said it was pity for you, her children, and the fact that you don't acknowledge. She said, specifically, she said, I love you and you're ashamed of who you are, and that makes my heart sad. And I saw a young man, well-muscled, obviously gay, early 20s to early 30s, with hair a bit darker than mine and short, white person, in a sleeveless t-shirt. And it was white, and it had some, I think, a big heart on the front of it, a big red heart, and yet his head bowed. And she said, you don't love yourself the way that I do, and I don't want you to be sad, because God created you all equal and in his image. She came to me because she wants you to feel nurtured. And she knows that these are trying times. And her son was there with her. He's frequently kind of stays back. He's been present a lot. He hasn't asked for anything. He's always had a very, very engaging, friendly energy. And the two of them were doing a bit of banter while I was walking, teasing each other. They have a very sweet relationship. And she likes the little animals. She was happy that I was taking care of the dog, taking him out. She's very patient. She waited a long time for me to finally get down to do the reading. And when I settled and he was whining, when I picked him up, the air conditioning went off. And now he's sleeping in my lap. And I knew that that was her too. She comes to me as a crone because she's aged and wise, and she wants you to see the long picture, she says. She wants you to see how you are loved for who you are and not for who you think you are, or what you lack, or who you'd like to be. That was the basic message, and I can't remember some of the other stuff that had come through because she wanted it to be very clear and very concise and very heartfelt. And she wants you to light a candle for her. And she said, think of the warm times. And by that, she means the warmth that you feel when something's good. The warmth in your heart. And she wants you to breathe through love. And she wants you to remember to love others as you should love yourself and as she loves you and her son. He put his hands on the back of my shoulders when I said that. He has a very supportive energy. They want to be here with you through the strife. I heard them a lot better in the morning in the liminal space when I was walking. When I've tapped into this channel, unlike the other times that I've channeled, it's a brown fuzz. So there's something that's preventing them from coming through as well as they wish to. And I got a lot of imagery when I started tapping in. And I was also thinking about how I was gonna preface this, and because it's gonna say in the description what this is, and I don't wanna traumatize anyone who's had bad experiences or give anyone the wrong idea about the overall channel. My other most popular video is the one on Hecate. I had read the Boston Globe article many years ago about the priests, and that's what had come up for me, is their fear, these two, that their word has gone awry, that I've phrased it this way before on this channel, that in the beginning people are attracted to the ideology, so you have the purest sample in your coven. It's the word I use. Oh, that was the other thing that came up. The sheep. You're not sheep. You are a wolf. And just because he is the lamb, you are not a lamb. You are something different. And you are made that way. And it's not a roughness that they're encouraging in you. It's a difference. Because the approach when he was known as the Lamb is not the approach for you now. And they're saying that's okay. Everyone is different and every time is different and your unique role is different. And so you don't need to feel like because you're not reflective of another time and another place with different goals that you're doing it wrong, because this is new. This is a new time. This is a new place. This is you, not them. And they are telling you this. You are not us. We don't expect you to be us. We love you as you are. And then they kept warning about, they're saying false idols, but they didn't mean that as like totems. They meant it as like the priests in the Boston Globe article who are drawn to the power of Christianity, but who don't follow the doctrines, who don't follow the guidance. They said the guide, like capital G, the guide. And who reframe in infamy that which was meant to heal. So there's a reckoning coming because of the breadth of this religion. And now is the time where the marriage between those like me who follow the esoteric path and those of the true voice, he said that specifically, of the true voice, are reckoned. So you're being called to stand up and stand out as he did. She said, as he did. They're both very close now, touching me. In a very like supportive, we've got you kind of a way. And I want you to realize your fullest. I'm getting both dream and potential here. Your potential should have come to you in a dream already. You should know what you're here for. You should know what your purpose is. You should know how you're inclined, they're saying. And you should go forward with that and trust that though there are many who would stand in your way and block your path, you know the truth. Do not let them speak for me. I think they both said that. I heard him louder, but do not let them speak for me. I am your guidance, and I am your guide. And I am here of love and infamy. There's an aspect to it where they're your guidance, and they're giving me the word cloak. What I'm seeing is that you don't need to live for others, including them. They're saying, it's for you that we do this. It's for you that we've riven this path. And it's for you that you leave it forward. Live it forward. I'm not sure which of those two. And so they don't want credit. They don't want fame. They're not doing it for that. They never were. It was always about the word and their guidance to you and your ability to rise up out of the ashes. And I'm seeing brambles too, like a thick nest of brambles, kind of like from the Sleeping Beauty story. More blackberry than rose though. A blackberry shrub. And you have to rise up and it will cut you, but the flowers come. Because you are, again, I'm getting healed and shorn. Whichever one means something to you. Here to be shorn. Or shown. I'm seeing a person standing up as if they were crouched down in a bramble bush. And they're naked except for some cloth, kind of tied Indian style, the way I've seen Indians wear them in certain parts of India. That's just around their middle, their hips. And standing there, being seen instead of hiding anymore. And that's your edict, they said. That's your showance, which apparently means to be shown. And hear me now, for I am yours to bear. And by that, I think he means I'm here to carry a weight for you, to help. I'm seeing a donkey with a pack, so yeah. Give me anything that is too much, and I will wear it for you as robes and a crown. I'm seeing a laundry basket on his head. The imagery that comes through in these means something to someone. It could be that you're doing laundry. It could be that you understand what he means about clothing. It's meant to be metaphorical. to speak to something that you've seen in other imagery coming up or that you're doing right now, to key you in. There's a lot of laundry still. Wash your vestments, she says. I'm curious if there's a Christian myth about, I know a lot more about the Irish pantheon, and the Morrigan is known as the washer at the ford. She's a goddess of war, and so the men on the other side that they would be fighting against would see her down at the waterway, the ford, washing bloody clothes, and it would be a sign to them that they were going to die in battle the next day. And I'm getting that it's something about that, like some parallel culturally that someone's going to understand. Maybe you know what it is with washing vestments. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of background in this particular faith. When the sun comes out, you'll be free. I'm seeing a big yellow light. With your clean laundry. I always get interesting stuff here. And it's in an apartment. Pretty minimal apartment. And something about hair. Wear your hair out. I've spoken before about how me personally, I wear my hair down and long for channeling these messages, and there's something about it. There's an old myth that I came across to reinforce that long hair in certain cultures in the past indicated far seeing, like foresight. And there's something about your hair too. Don't cover your hair. Let it down and wash it. I'm hoping that means something to somebody. The other thing is astrology. I talk about that all the time. She actually wanted me to bring out this little book that I found while I was going through my stuff. It's apparently a Scorpio book. I have no idea when I got this or why I have this, but look to the stars, she says. There are some Christian astrologers on the internet. I've seen them. They're altars to Jesus. And if that's more comfortable for you, you can find them. I'm not a teacher here, I'm a channel, so I can talk about astrology, but I won't give you the knowledge. And that's it. Towels. Cleanliness is very important. In the story, he is the anointed one, and he was washed and anointed for burial, and then he rose. But there was an interesting parallel, because the only two times people are anointed with oil is for burial or because they're king. And there was a cleverness in that story about him being anointed as a king and then resurrected. 3 days later with Ioanniskos. That was something I did learn in college. That the boy that found him, Ioanniskos. And that's it. He's patting me on the back and they're walking away. Good job, kid. Very interesting energy. Not something I normally tap into. But she would not have asked me if there weren't people here who needed to hear that message. So it's for you. You are loved as you are. Exactly as you are. For who you're meant to be. And for who you're meant to touch. Part of who you are is what you affect in others, the relationships, the love, the community. What I'm getting, like, good memories. Like sometimes you can make someone's day without knowing it, through your kindness, through your connection to them. And that's part of your purpose too. It's not just because you felt like being kind, but what you made in them, what you did for them, is part of your beauty. To lift somebody up, to see them so that they can feel seen, to love, to be aware. I'm getting a better channel now from the other side. And to be seen for who you are so that others can feel seen in themselves. The idea that if they see you in a place of prominence, that they can give themselves permission to have that position too. And I'm getting like stories of little girls asking their moms if girls can be president too, because they've never seen a female president. And it's kind of like that. If people see you inhabiting a role, it gives them permission to be like you, to be like that. And that's a big part of your purpose here. And so feel seen in the way that you are comfortable to feel seen, but feel seen in a way that is completely authentic to you. I knew something was going to come through from the left today. I remember thinking it was weird that I always got people on the right. It's still her, but she's moved into a better position for my channel. I don't see her anymore, but I can feel her energy here coming through. This is a very clear channel from the left. And I knew that was going to happen, and I don't know why. But there it is. She wants you to feel seen and heard and loved. And in so doing, you will help others feel seen and heard and loved as well. And that is your mission. And that's why you're made the way that you were made, in love. The candle's still got a ways to go. It's not crying anymore. It's got a little thing sticking out here. But I'm gonna leave it to burn for her. And I'm gonna let you guys go. I wish you all well. I love you, as always. You're welcome here to stay or not. But in the astral, I will see you very soon.